ABC News correspondent, is here. Good morning, Brad Melke.
Hey, good morning.
All right, so lots of people talking about what can be done when it comes to guns and legislation, but there's a lot of talk about what was done in the past with Obama-era policy. What's going on with this?
Well, that's right, and it's because President Trump has made clear that he's not going near the gun debate right now. He has made this and several mass shootings about mental health. So what has President Trump done about mental health? Well, one thing he did was last year, he quietly signed a resolution that effectively ended this Obama-era program where if you were getting Social Security and you were receiving mental health benefits, your name went into the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. That's the database that the FBI uses to determine, who can purchase firearms. And President Trump undid that rule, which effectively made it easier over the last year for about 75,000 people with mental illness that could now potentially clear a background check. So that has really created an outcry among people who say, you say you're about doing things, you say you want to focus on mental health, but here you did, and you sort of undid this rule.
Yeah. When did President Obama put that rule? It was some type of executive action on President Obama's part?
Yeah, exactly. It was a policy that went into effect in the waning days of his presidency, and in fact, it had not gone into effect yet when President Trump actually signed this resolution that was quashing it. So it never actually had a chance to go into effect. So we'll never know exactly how that would have worked, what names exactly would have been on there. But that's how it sort of went down. A few months after President Trump did this pretty quietly. His team did not put him out there very front for this.
Gotcha. Do we know how this shooter got the guns in Florida?
Well, we know he bought them legally. We know the gun shop where he bought them. It was an AR-15. And you've heard friends and family say that they had experiences with him that made him uncomfortable. You know by now that the school had expelled him. The school obviously had concerns. But he was not someone who was registered with mental illness. And that's part of this conversation going forward is, do you have to be being treated for mental illness? Does somebody need to alert a cop? Is just somebody seeing a therapist? I mean, what exactly are we talking about when we say certain people shouldn't have guns but other people should?
Yeah, pretty mess when it gets right down to it. Brad Melke, ABC News correspondent. Thanks for checking in. Good stuff.